Alright, hello everyone. For my speech today, its name is golf. Kind of lame, we'll see how it goes. So, who here has sports involved in their lives? Alright, lots of hands, whether this is watching, playing, whatever. How many of you have ever had your lives revolve around a sport at one point in time? Alright, what sport was it for you?
Baseball.
Baseball? Who else? Go ahead.
Softball.
Softball?
Cross country.
Cross country, everything under the sun. Dedicate hours and hours and hours to it. For me, it was always golf, and always has been, and always will be. And yes, golf is a sport. No, we're not arguing it, because I'm right, and you'll get over it. And that's how it's going to go. So, for me, golf, growing up, it was a family affair. It was something that we always did. My grandfather started it. He pretty much ruined my family for generations to come, because we're so obsessed with it. It's bad. So he played college golf. His 3 kids played college golf. His 3 kids turned pro. All played on different tours, traveled the world for it, did many things. Most of them are now college coaches, have married other golfers that were on tour, that were college coaches, that have done all this, have had grandchildren, that now have all played golf. I am one of them. It's great. I spent hours doing this. My summers typically looked like pretty much wake up at 7, at the golf course at 8, stayed at the golf course until 12, practicing, went home for about an hour and a half, went back to the golf course by 3:30, and was there until dark. And then I went home, and those were the days that I wasn't working at a golf course. That's all I did. When I went to the mountains, it was you go golfing in the morning, you come home, you go out boating, you go play golf again. That's just how it was. And it was a family thing, and that's how we spent time together as a family. My dad was my coach, my grandpa was my coach, my aunts and uncles were my coaches. I spent time with my family doing this. It was so fun, but it also forced me to branch out and meet other people too. And what's really neat about golf for me is that, I don't know, I consider it my religion. And that sounds weird, but the golf gods are real, and I believe in them more than I do God himself, because if any of you have ever played golf, it's not up to you. It comes down to that. Golf has taught me so much, and one of them is control. I like to control things because I'm a warrior. Golf has instilled that in me, but it has also taken it out of me. Golf has taught me to control as much as I can, but to trust myself when it comes to things that I can't control. To trust that I will get through them and that it will be okay. Another thing golf has taught me is essentially to be my biggest cheerleader, my own cheerleader, because when you're out there on a course for anywhere from 4 to 7 hours, whatever it is, however long the tournament is lasting, you're there by yourself. You have you to count on. You have you to talk to. You have you to depend on. You have you to decide every decision that there is to make. You have you to blame, and you have you to celebrate. That's all that there is to it. So when you're out there, you have to be very, oh goodness gracious, will you help me? Ebullient. You have to be very ebullient. You have to be very cheerful and full of energy and keep that energy level up and just cheer yourself on, because if you don't, you get into these crazy low spells. I have been there. I've done it. Golf has caused me to go crazy at times, and it still does. It's had me reach my highest highs and my lowest lows. And at one point in time, I actually gave up on the sport for a while because I was so frustrated with it and with myself. Because when you're that dependent on yourself and you're that focused within yourself, you get a little harsh on yourself sometimes. And me being a perfectionist and a control freak, when I can't fix it, it drives me crazy. And I got to a point where I felt like I couldn't fix it. So I stopped playing for about a year, and I felt like I lost who I was. I wasn't there to spend time with my family as much anymore, because when my family went out to play golf, when my family went on vacations to go play golf, I didn't go with them. I was kind of left behind. That made me very sad. A lot of my friends who I'd met through the golf community, I didn't see them anymore. It was weird. I had nothing to spend my time doing. I was kind of like, all right, this is fun. This is cool. I don't like it. So I got back into it about a year later, and I went full swing with it, and I just went all out as much as I could. I dove into it, and I found myself again. And it was really neat, because, I don't know, it's something that I've never put so much energy into, never put so much emotional effort into, never put so much physical effort into. And golf isn't something that you think of as physically draining or emotionally draining or anything, but when you put so much love and passion and everything you have into something, it becomes that way. It consumes you. And golf was that for me, which is weird. a sport, golf, consumes your life? It does. It does, it still does, it always will. And it's something that's just never gonna be out of me because it shaped me to who I am today. It has taught me so many different lessons. It has taught me not only to cheer myself on when I'm at my highest highs, but also how to get myself out of the lowest lows when you get yourself stuck in tricky situations. There's always more than one option, there's always more than one shot that you can take, there's always more than one way out. You can play it as it lies, or you can take relief. If you're like, you know what, this shot isn't unplayable, you can step back, you can take relief, you might have to take a penalty for it, and it might hurt you a little bit, but helps you in the end. And that applies to life, golf applies to life, everything does. You learn lessons from it. And it's opened so many opportunities for me, so many doors. It's connected me with people, places, experiences. I've been able to travel for it. I've been able to, I don't know, love it. And that's something amazing that I've been able to love that's made me who I am. And I don't ever see myself not playing it because it's a love-hate relationship, but it's made me who I am. So if any of you can find something that consumes you wholly and drives you crazy, but also just makes you feel amazing and forces you to be somebody that you're actually proud of in some cases, not always, but in some cases, like find that, depend on it. It's something that you can always go back to. It's in your roots and it's who you are. So golf is who I am, and that's me.